Hello, I'm Miss Haslinda, the principal of Raffles Girls' School. I believe you're watching this video because you want to know if RGS is the right school for you. Well, let me tell you about this school that I love. RGS's motto is Filiae Melioris Ivy, which means Daughters of a Better Age. Our vision is that our girls aspire, strive, and dare to be active creators of a better age for all, grounded upon our four core values, namely people-centered, principled, passionate, and professional. We hope that our high-ability girls become leaders who will realize their talents in service of nation and community. If you asked me for 3 words that would describe the RGS education, I would say the RGS experience is rich, vibrant, and inspiring. But don't just take my word for it. I've asked 4 of our Year 3 girls to share their own RGS experience with me. Hello girls! Please introduce yourselves.
I'll go first. My name is Gwen.
Hello, I'm Saily.
And I'm Aisha.
Hi everyone, I am Sarah.
Is RGS the right school for you? Well, there are 3 things to consider. First, RGS is a school for high ability students. Second, it's an all-girls school. And third, consider the school's mission and role in our society. As a school for high ability students, RGS uses the integrated curriculum model to provide academic stretch for our girls in our curricular program, which we call the Raffles Programme, or RP for short. Being in the RP, our girls would spend their first 4 secondary school years in RGS and complete their junior college education, years 5 and 6, in Raffles institution. We can look at the RP in RGS from 3 program aspects, namely the academic, the talent development, and the character and leadership education program. I believe our academic program is distinctive because we plan for and carry out differentiated instruction in our lessons, and we use a multimodal assessment approach. And all this takes place in our RGS one-to-one environment. As we embrace that our RGS girls come from diverse backgrounds, we also know that when it comes to learning, our girls have different interests, aptitudes, and levels of readiness. And that is why our teachers believe in differentiated instruction, in providing each girl just that right amount of stretch and appealing to her preferred learning style, which keeps her engaged and motivated to learn more. To complement DI, RGS has adopted a multimodal assessment approach. We believe that learning can and should be measured in a variety of ways because a person's strengths and talents do not only show up in what she can write on the test paper. We believe that assessments are like stepping stones, giving our girls feedback on their progress and on how they might choose to proceed. RGS one-to-one classrooms leverage technology to enhance instruction. Using their own laptops, our girls easily access information and collaborate online. Over time, while they become more independent and self-directed as learners, our girls also become more discerning users of digital technology. Now I've said quite a bit about the RGS classroom, so let's hear what the girls have to say. Girls, what are your thoughts on this? What makes the RGS classroom special?
Miss Haslinda, I think what stands out for me is that during lessons, when we're asked questions, sometimes really complex questions, the teachers aren't so quick to save us with an answer. Like during INA lessons. This can be quite challenging sometimes, but there are always some resources for us to turn to, and we can always ask our friends around us.
Since Gwen mentioned INA, let's talk about that. Inquiry and Advocacy, or INA, is a subject that combines philosophy and social studies. For example, during INA lessons, we learn about philosophical concepts, such as human rights and ethics.
And then, from the angle of social studies, we cover topics such as governance and globalization.
Right, so during the lessons, there is a lot of questioning, discussions, and collaborations. For me, I think what's important about I&A is that we learn to listen to understand, and we come to realize that we don't all share one worldview.
You know, Sarah, when it comes to collaboration and learning to work with people, I think my first encounter with long-term collaboration was in research studies, or RS. In research studies, we learn inquiry and research skills throughout Year 1 and 2 subjects, and in Year 2, we complete an academic, or creative problem-solving project. Saili, what did you do for RS?
Oh, for me, I did a chemistry research project. I think that experience has really helped me decide that science would be an area I have a passion for. So this year, in order to pursue my interests, I applied to do a biology coursework and research module as part of Raffles Academy. Raffles Academy, or RA, gives students like me a way to deepen my learning in an area of interest, in which I excel and I want to go further.
Just so that we're all on the same page, I think we're now talking about learning opportunities outside of the RGS classroom, which fall under Research Studies and Raffles Academy.
Yes, Aisha. So our teachers individualize our learning in class, and there are also many different paths to enrich our learning outside of the classrooms for us to explore and grow and to soar.
Exactly. As part of Raffles Academy, I worked on a community problem-solving project. My project was called Project Device, and our goal was to inculcate healthy device usage habits in children aged 5 to 9. We've held workshops at libraries and various sharings in primary schools too. In the end, with our teacher mentors' guidance, we were fortunate to represent RGS in the Future Problem-Solving Program International Conference.
Oh, have you heard of the Microbits workshop? Did you know that Year 1 students can sign up for this coding workshop? There is even a drone coding workshop for the Year 2s.
Yes, Sarah, you're talking about design and computational thinking enrichment activities, which fall under the umbrella of STEM, which, as you know, is science, technology, engineering, and math. There are also other examples in RS and RA too. Actually, even in class, if you remember, we experienced STEM education when we had to use math modeling, which we learned in math class, in our scientific investigation, in science class. Most of the out-of-class activities we just spoke about take place in our Innovation Hub, which houses facilities such as the Keppel Sandbox, D&T Workshop, a makerspace, and various science labs, like the research lab where my RA module, Evolution and Molecular Biology, is conducted.
That's wonderful. What about CCAs, girls?
There are so many CCAs in RGS, and in Year 1, you can try out for the CCAs that you're interested in, from sports to the performing arts, from clubs and societies to even uniform groups.
Oh, let me tell you about uniform groups. I am in Red Cross Youth, RCY, and I like the bonding that takes place during CCA sessions. Plus, I've learned a couple of skills too, like foot drill, first aid, and forsythiness. Sarah, you're a swimmer, right?
Yes, that's right. I am a swimmer. And my CCA experience is a little different from yours, Aisha. Because I compete nationally, I spend many hours in training outside of school. So in RGS, I am enrolled in a customization program, which helps me balance my training outside of school with the demands of schoolwork. And while we don't have a swimming pool on site, we are still privileged to have various sporting facilities in our new campus, such as netball, basketball, and tennis courts, and the huge multi-purpose hall which connects to an indoor sports hall.
Apart from sports facilities, we also have a performing arts center for the artistically inclined. The center houses an impressive auditorium where we hold lectures and concerts, a black box for theater productions, dance studio, and music rooms, even soundproof music practice rooms.
Our facilities are wonderful, but RGS is such a vibrant school because of you, girls. There's always something exciting going on in RGS. Girls, I was wondering though, when you were in primary 6, Did you choose RGS because it's a girls' school? Well, based on research, teen girls like you thrive and develop best in an all-girls school. That's why our school's program and our approach, how we teach in class, the activities we choose, and how we conduct them are unique to an all-girls school. And we apply this understanding to how we support you effectively as well. The adults in the RGS community play various roles to ensure that our girls' effective needs are taken care of. We have heads of year or level heads who take care of the well-being of a cohort of girls. Each class has a form teacher who is their main caregiver and mentor, and we have full-time counselors whose doors are always open for whatever the need may be. And if there is a need or feedback to be given, our girls know that they can come to us openly without worry of being judged, because they know that we put their well-being first. But each RGS girl is supported by more than the adults that I've just mentioned. In RGS, we have grown a strong network of peer support too, comprising student leaders, CCA leaders, peer support leaders, house leaders, and class committees. And of course, we cannot forget our strong RGS alumni, our RGS girls now all grown up, who return to be beacons for our young ones. This is a network of collaboration and naturally includes the parent of every RGS girl. With our parents, we want to build and sustain strong partnerships, and we do this through our various engagement platforms that cater to the needs of the different profiles of parents. But this diagram is not yet complete. Girls, can you guess who completes the puzzle?
I know. Me.
Another girl.
I mean, we?
I know, it's any of us.
All of you are right. You know, one might say that the environment in RGS is very competitive. Who here thinks she is competitive?
Miss Haslinda, I think I am competitive. Well, a little. Actually, I think we all are. But it's in a good way, which helps us stay motivated to try our best. It's that sort of competitiveness. At the end of the day, I think it helps us push ourselves to do better. So it's not the kind that trips others and leaves them behind.
As RGS girls, we are sisters in learning and sisters at heart, as the lyrics of our school song goes. When a Year 1 student joins RGS, she will be welcomed into our family during orientation week and she will be placed in a house.
And a peer support leader like me will make sure she's well adjusted.
And when Rafflesian week comes along, she will join all of us Rafflesians and perform the cheer Unite.
While our RGS family supports one another, we nurture our girls to be of strong character and confident as women leaders through our Character and Leadership Education program, what we call CLE. Girls, what's CLE like?
Well, as part of CLE, we have participated in numerous learning journeys, visiting places that we may not visit on our own, and learning to understand the different communities in Singapore.
And Malaysia too. The regional immersion and community exploration trip we all made to Johor, Malaysia was significant to me. I never knew that life could be so different just across the border, but from my interactions with the locals, I realized that we all do share very similar dreams.
I think it's safe to say that there's always something to learn through our experiences. The same goes for leadership development. I feel I have become more conscious of using my personal experiences as ways to learn and grow as a leader. And when I respond to situations, I feel that I am responsible for my decisions. I've learned that leadership starts from within, with me.
Yep, we are always growing as individuals, developing our mastery. In RGS, students can develop leadership through service to the school. being student leader in the prefectorial board, or even stepping up to be a class chairperson. You can even be a house leader like me. Personally, I'm really grateful that there are so many different platforms for leadership development, depending on each student's growth.
And don't forget Gwen. There's leadership to experience in service to the community. In Values in Action projects, we do with our class, and in projects which are student-initiated.
Exactly, Sarah. When I think about it, through my involvement in various values and action activities, be it coastal cleanup by our cohort or my class VIA project, I think I've naturally become more socially responsible each time and more aware of what citizenship means.
As we inspire our girls to be leaders, thinkers, and pioneers of tomorrow, the most inspiring part of the RGS legacy is our purpose, embodied in every RGS girl, many of whom grow up to fulfill our school mission of giving back to nation and community. We are keenly aware of our role in society in developing the young minds in our care towards a deep understanding of the value of service to the community, which our staff also exemplify through their sharing of their own research with the teaching fraternity. Outreach and service learning opportunities enable our girls to build meaningful interactions with the community. Through student-led advocacy projects, our girls exercise their creativity in finding solutions to address real-world and societal issues. So to further enhance our girls' experience and to support the achievement of their educational goals, we have set up the Hong Leong Foundation Filiai Centre, which is a one-stop student services centre. Finally, in upholding our legacy, RGS will never turn away any student because of her background or financial needs. In RGS, every girl charts her own journey, and there will always be someone on that journey with her. If not a teacher, then a friend.
So join RGS, because RGS develops your talent.
Join RGS because everyone can be a leader.
Join RGS because community service matters to us.
Join RGS because we will take good care of you.
At the end of the day, we
We
are
are all
RGS
RGS
girls.
girls.
and you can be one too.